Welcome back to the Ultimate Griddle Show. I'm Adam.
I'm Brett.
And we are the Waltwins. On today's episode, we're showing you how you can make egg rolls right on the griddle. On our channel, we've made cracked slaw before, but these are all the ingredients that are going in. The cracked slaw was basically the insides, the guts, if you will, for a pork. This is going to be using ground pork, so a pork egg roll. So there's the egg roll wraps we're using. All of these ingredients. We've got, this is our MSG. You don't have to add it. We love it. It gives that umami flavor that we love in our Asian dishes. We got rice vinegar. Rice wine can also be used. Sesame oil at the end, kind of a finishing oil. You don't have to use that as well. We're using less sodium soy sauce, a little bit of hoisin sauce, garlic paste, ginger paste. Again, fresh is just as good or better. Either works, but this is what we had on hand. Now, Brett went to get coleslaw, and unfortunately, oddly enough, the grocery store was out of all sorts of the colored mixed that has like the little carrots and things that we like in it. But you know what? Sometimes you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. That's what we're going to be using for this one. Let's get to the griddle. Now, over to the griddle. Brett is holding our new favorite little tool. This is the Pit Boss infrared thermometer, and this is one thing that people ask us all the time about is the temperature surface. Now, we've cooked so many times on a griddle that we just get used to working with our zones. You're gonna have hot and cold zones. Now, we only have the two middle burners on.
Actually, we have the three.
Oh, the three side burners on. So this is where we're gonna be cooking, and right now we're at what, 385, almost pushing 400. Middle is 415. So the third burner was just turned on, so that was a little bit behind, but almost 400 now. So we're catching up.
It's actually, yeah, getting up to 421. So it is getting them
all right,
quick. So
perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and throw the pork down right there. And Brett, why don't you hit it with a little salt and pepper? The pork doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, but the rest of the flavor is gonna come from when we season.
Or maybe just a little bit.
Well, just a little salt and pepper for this. The rest of the seasoning is gonna come when we get the coleslaw down and we season it over here. So Brett's just gonna chop this up, cut it up. When it's about 80%, no, actually in just a minute we'll start laying the coleslaw. So let's go ahead and get that now. Go ahead, we got about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. So we put butter, we actually meant to put a little bit of oil with that. The oil's gonna help the butter keep from burning. And on top of that, Brett, we're gonna get our ginger and garlic. So we got some ginger paste here. We got, go a little bit more.
Garlic.
We're gonna go, oh, garlic. This is the garlic paste. That's it, a little garlic paste goes a long way. So now we're gonna mix that up. Oh, that smells so good. Get the butter in there. And then, Brett, you can go ahead and lay the coleslaw right on top of that.
Oh, yeah, that's
once that cooks, let that go for about 15-20 seconds. We want it to brown, but not get too dark because we don't want that garlic paste to burn. There we go. that slaw is just a glowing on here.
Yeah, man, they didn't have the regular slaw with like the carrots and stuff.
Right. So this looks like a lot right now, but rest assured, this is going to sweat down mightily. So right now, and this is one of those active cooks because Brett, now we're going to start adding all of our ingredients, our hoisin, our soy sauce to this while it's sweating down, and the liquids are going to help this sweat down even more. So first things first, we got the hoisin sauce there. So we're going about 1.5 tablespoons. Again, this is going to be to taste. You can add or take away as much as you want. Now, we're measuring with our hearts today. The full recipe is down in the video description with the measurements suggested for this cook. The soy sauce going. We love the flavor of the soy sauce. And with that hoisin, it gives us a little sweet kick to it. And then we're going to hit it with our the salt, pepper, and rice vinegar and accent. Sesame oil at the very end. Yeah, once you mix it all together. Salt and pepper, just a little bit, and then a little bit of accent as well. There we go. Little accent. And then we're going to get our
rice vinegar.
Yes, there's our rice vinegar. Just this is just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of zing, if you will. So at this point, we're just waiting to incorporate those two. In fact, Brett, you probably could. This is about 80% done. Go ahead and get that in.
We didn't want to use all the pork, right?
We could, but we don't have to if we wanted it really porky. But if we had more slaw, I would definitely use all of it. But simply put, we don't. All right, so we're going to get ready to pull this off, and we'll show you how we build and turn these into egg rolls. Last thing we forgot, Brett. Okay, so we're just shaking a little bit of the sesame oil, and I'm saying like 1/2 teaspoon's worth.
Yes.
Just to give it a little bit more robust flavor, and that's it. We're getting to build. And by the way, this is the point where you want to taste this. If you need something for your liking, soy sauce or maybe hoisin sauce, a little bit more salt and pepper, this is when you would add it. All right, so we've got our wrappers here all ready to go, and there's a bunch of them, and we've got our crack slaw is what we're calling that, which we've actually done on our channel before, which is the insides to this. So all we're going to do is we're going to take our wrapper, our egg roll wrapper, and we're going to place a chunk of this right in the middle here. And you know, it's always, the first couple always get a little bit tougher because like, wait, how much do I need? Now, key is you want to keep water close by because you want to wet the edges of your egg roll wrapper.
Now, why do we do that, Adam?
Because it will help seal.
Sticks.
It makes the wrapper sticky, and so it will stick to itself a little bit better. So I'm going to fold both edges in.
Oh, you're not doing the envelope?
Nope.
Okay.
Either way works. You can do the envelope. This is one method. In fact, I'll show that one as well. See, I pulled that one a little bit too tight, got a little crack in there. So, and then I'm going to lay it down on the bottom side so that way it'll hold the wrapper.
Seal it.
So to Brett's point with the envelope. So here's the other way to do this.
Put it in a diamond shape.
Okay, so we got our little dollop right there. Now I'm going to take this. Oops. Go all the way around. There we go. And then you can do it, fold it like an envelope. So I'm going to go corner to corner. And then same thing, I'm making sure that it goes all the way to the edge. So when I fold it in, it stays and it wraps. There we go. I might prefer that way actually, Brett.
So do I, Adam.
All right, so there they are. We were able to get 10 with that 1 pound. We were sad. We wish we would have had another bag of coleslaw. We could have. That's actually half a pound. We only used half the meat. So you can see this yields quite a bit.
Yep.
So if we had more coleslaw, this would have worked. But now I'm going to show you the last phase, which is what we call a shallow fry. Kind of on a hill. So what I'm doing is I'm going to test and see my oil. I know it's going to fall down and over here. So I'm going to use this as my main spot to start. And I'll use the oil and kind of keep feeding it through as we go. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our first one is our tester, and we're gonna start hearing that sizzle really quick as I use my scraper to kind of come up and bring the oil up and through. And we're gonna leave this on for about 20 seconds and then we're gonna turn it. So you'll see here as we get it, and forgive the wind noise here, we'll go ahead and get this turning and you'll see, okay, we're getting starting to get dark. I did just turn the griddle up a little bit more because like Brett said, all we're doing is cooking the outside of the wrapper. All right, so here we go on to the first one, and you can see I even got the edges. We're all the way around.
It's been probably about 3 or 4 minutes, by the way.
3 or 4 total minutes. So now I know I've got hot oil right here that I'm gonna keep bringing up and through. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple going here, Brett.
Do it.
Let's go 3 right now. And this one has a little rip in it. When I was wrapping, I wrapped it too tight. So I'll keep an eye on that.
And you can hear they're now sizzling. The oil is getting much hotter. We added a lot more. What I did is I poured it over here
and let it come through.
And let it come through and heat up as it was coming, because we still have this burner on right here.
There we go.
And
there we go. All right, so after we finish these, we'll come back. All right, so we've got this nice stack of, come down here. So we've got our nice stack of egg rolls. And right here, I just want to show you, this is how I finish them. I get them up to the edge so we can get that bottom GBD. And that's how we're able to get all sides of this. This needs just a little bit longer right there. Get it in oil. I'm going to give it 10 seconds. All right, we got our last one. Set that down there. Let that cool down, and then we'll cut one and eat it.
yes.
There it is.
In all its egg roll glory.
All of its egg roll glory. And, you know, not much to say about it. You saw the process. We actually enjoyed it. When we do a shallow fry, the intent is to kind of move the oil through it.
Yep.
Obviously, a deep fry is best, but this is like you're out camping, you want to entertain, or just at home. This is actually how I make them at home.
And who says they're eating egg rolls while camping?
Right.
You can now.
You can now. This is an incredible recipe. We love it. But like we say, it can look amazing.
These look absolutely amazing.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Like we say, it can smell amazing.
Can I get a smell? Yeah.
Smell, yeah, you can.
It's like what I get from the Chinese takeout right around the corner.
But if it doesn't taste amazing, this is all for naught. Hold on.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'll eat to that, my brother. Wow. We should have a little bit of soy sauce.
God.
I don't even know if it needs it. It's so much fun to make, and they're absolutely spectacular. If you did enjoy this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the Pit Boss channel so you can get more content like this, as well as from the other amazing creators here on the Pit Boss channel.
And of course, you can find Pit Boss on all the other social media platforms as well. And of course, us, the
Waltwins.
Waltwins. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on
The Ultimate Griddle Show.